Hey people, it is Sunday, June the 9th. The time is 3:52 in the afternoon, and it's around 14 Celsius. I just stepped out of the Dufferin subway station. I'm here at the corner of Dufferin Street and Bloor Street West. And I'm going to be taking a walk west along Bloor Street West. And I thought I'd check out Sterling Road. So we'll be going west to Sterling Road, and then we'll take a walk south along Sterling Road, which is an interesting street. It's an old industrial area that is being transformed into something new, but there are still a few industrial properties along there, such as some chocolate factories, or at least one chocolate factory anyway. And also the Museum of Contemporary Art is located in a former industrial building on Sterling Road. But before that, we'll take a walk through Bloordale here on Bloor West. It is a very rainy, overcast day. It's been raining on and off for most of the day. Got a temporary break in the rain for now. And a number of new towers are on the rise here. This is an interesting and lively strip here along Bloor Street. All sorts of restaurants, bars, and retail. Vintage retro. African Delight Cafe and Restaurant. And a fruit and flower stand. There's another look at this huge construction site. I think several new towers will rise there, and some new commercial and retail also on site. Music Therapy Center. I always thought this stretch of Bloor from Dufferin to Lansdowne had a bit of a gritty feel to it. I think a lot of people are heading out to do what they have to do while there's a break in the rain. Tower City Dollar and Variety. You'll notice not very many chain stores in these parts, other than the occasional fast food restaurant or something of that nature. Ransack the Universe. That seems to be closed. Supermart Convenience. Great name for a convenience store. And the House of Lancaster Gentlemen's Club, sort of the sibling to Fillmore's Gentlemen's Club on the east side of downtown.
Okay. Yeah.
Latin World.
No.
$24-hour convenience store. Guess it's open even though it almost looks like it's shuttered. And there are more than a few empty storefronts along here and lots of graffiti. But definitely a lot more life than lack of. And this is a fairly substantial building here. A Center for Contemporary Art. And we'll be walking past the Museum of Contemporary Art shortly. I think many of these storefronts are at least 100 years old or so. And we're at Lansdowne. Lansdowne subway station here on this corner. Maybe I'll cross to the other side. Keep an eye out for Sterling Road. Well, they just get right to the point. Toke Cannabis. the GO train.
Very, like,
Man, this stretch has always been a bit dull to me. There's no street fronting retail. Even at the base of this residential building, you could have at least put a coffee shop or something there. It does pick up again the further west you go and reverts to a long commercial strip. And we can continue on walking along Bloor for another hour or so, and it remains mostly interesting and vibrant. And that leads down into the industrial area that we'll be walking through. Sterling Road is the next intersection. Right, now here we are. So let's head south. Get a look at some old industrial grit, sort of made over into something new. See that large building looming ahead? That's where the Museum of Contemporary Art is located now. And the sidewalks are still quite damp. Even though it's only 14 Celsius, it feels kind of muggy. I'll be adding on a few extra degrees in how it feels, and the dampness also. And this is going to be one of those days where I can't seem to talk properly for some reason.
I think she probably got out.
And the sidewalk just ends on this side. And a couple of new buildings. I think those were timber construction. There's been a wave of new buildings in the city built out of wood instead of the usual concrete. I think the tallest of them is under construction right now on the U of T campus, and that is 14 stories. One of the tallest timber construction buildings in Canada, if not the tallest. This actually says here 275,000 square feet of timber office available. And a new building on the rise. That one is not a timber building. Oh, there's a drone. And this building used to be derelict. It looked like it was not long for the world, like it was about to be demolished or something. It was all covered in graffiti for the longest time. Sort of an abandoned husk. And it's been brought back to life. And some coffee shops have opened in the area. There we go, Museum of Contemporary Art. I haven't been there yet, but I would like to get up to the top floor of this building. I've seen some photographs of the view from there, and you can see the entire skyline. As a matter of fact, the cover photo for my YouTube channel, which you might have seen, is a picture of Batman looking over the skyline of Toronto at night. That was taken from the top of this very building. Obviously, I didn't take that photo, but one day I'll get up there hopefully and take a photo of my own. I think this is another timber building. C41 Film Labs. Silk Row. House of Anasi Press. Or I guess Anansi. I mispronounced that. Fountain supplies. And here's the chocolate factory. I don't really smell any chocolate right now. I think it all depends on which way the wind is blowing. I think a few different chocolate bars are made here. It's the Nestle company. I know they're not getting very much good press lately. Okay, over here. I knew there was a sign showing what they make here. We got Kit Kat, Aero, Coffee Crisp, and Smarties. I love 3 of those 4. I'm not a big fan of the Smarties, but the other 3 I do enjoy. And there's another chocolate factory a bit further east. So this whole end of town often is awash in the aroma of chocolate. There, now I can smell it. Oh yeah. And I do have a Kit Kat at home waiting for me. Yeah, this entire stretch is reeking of chocolate. And this takes us up to Dundas Street. Across here, and then we'll go on the bridge right there and get a look at the rail corridor. Maybe we'll catch a train or two going by. And right over there is the beginning of the West Toronto rail path. I've done a walk along there before. I'll have to come back again. Get some cool views looking to the west. And the rail corridor, no trains in sight. You do get a view of the CN Tower though. And a bit of First Canadian Place peeking through the trees. And there you can catch the Bloor Yorkville skyline. In the wintertime, when there are no trees or no leaves on the trees, you can see much of the skyline from here. Well, it doesn't look like any trains are going to come by, unfortunately. Dundas. Well, I spoke too soon. That was the Up Express. I don't know if I got that in frame very well. I'm sort of holding my camera over the railing in an awkward fashion. So that's heading to Pearson Airport.
I like an air fryer. It's pretty easy to cook things.
So fun. And then anytime you want to show it.
And if you keep walking west along Dundas here, you'll eventually find yourself at Dundas West subway station, and also where Roncesvalles Avenue heads south. Still has a fairly industrial look around here, and pretty gritty over here as well. So I think I'm going to wrap up the video here. There's something else I want to check out in the area. So I hope you enjoyed the walk. Starting at Dufferin Station, and then I headed west along Bloor Street through the Bloordale neighborhood, and then south on Stirling Road. We checked out that industrial area that's being transformed with some new buildings and the new Museum of Contemporary Art, which I hope to check out one day. So I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment down below, and be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And also be sure to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos. If you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal, as well as via my merch store, or you can also support the channel by becoming a channel member, or by sending a super thanks if you prefer. And you can find me on Instagram also under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and thanks to all the channel members. And be sure to keep checking back, because as always, I will continue